Uh,
Big ball, fat, making my end. Fucking big killer, hot. Big ball, fat, making my end.
yeah.
What's going on, YouTube? Man, you guys already know who it is, man. It's your boy, Sports God TV, where we talk sports like religion. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, man. Click that notification bell so you could get notified when I upload. Share the content, jump in the comments. Let's get it cracking. Man, what a fight card. What a fight card. Potential, a 6-belt fight card, August 3rd, headlining 3-division champ, potential 4-division champion, Terrence Bud Crawford versus ISRAILL MADRIMO, right? Man, I'm going to get to that fight. I just want to run through this card, man. I mean, you got heck of a fighters everywhere on this card. Starting off with a 2020 gold medalist, Cuban star. He's a star. I mean, you're a gold medalist. You got to be something, right? But Andy Cruz, right? 3-0 with 1 knockout. Now, don't sound like a lot, but you win, like I said, man, you win gold medal, man. That means some Olympic gold medal. Let me make that clear, right? Versus Antonio Moran, right? Moran, 30 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw, 21 of his wins by way of knockout, right? Should be a super exciting fight. Like I said, you got the gold medalist stepping up to the plate, and his debut fight, I mean, he trained in Philly, you know what I mean, and he just been there training real hard in Philadelphia, and is ready to take on Moran in their junior welterweight bout. 10 rounds scheduled for that bout, right? Then you got David Morel, 10 wins, 0 losses, 9 of those wins by way of knockout. Fighting, I cannot pronounce this guy's name, Radivojje KALAJDZIC, right? For the vacant WBA light heavyweight title. Now, you know, Morel is a dog. He actually was on social media giving his site on what happened with Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia, and he specifically said that Bill Haney needs to remove himself as Devin Haney's trainer, though that is his father, and his father has been training him up until this point, right? And then you got Andy Ruiz versus Jerel Miller. Now, Andy, this is a heavyweight bout. Andy is 35-2 with 22 of those wins by way of knockout. Miller, 26-1-1 with 22 of those wins by way of knockout. That seems to be a very entertaining fight. We all know that at some point back in 2019, Miller had tested positive due to a fight. I mean, when he was getting ready to fight Anthony Joshua at Madison Square Garden, and he had tested positive for multiple substances, right? So he was pulled off of that card, man. And, you know, he had to take an 18th-month hiatus, you know, and he returned in 22 and then won 3 bouts before he suffered that loss against Daniel Dubois, you know, last December, and Ryder, right? So he has a chance to redeem himself against Ruiz, who had, you know, beat Anthony Joshua. So, and we all know what Anthony Joshua is looking like at this point in time. So I expect a great fight between those guys that has a lot of significance. And then you got a potential fight for the junior middleweight title, and that's TSZYU. 24 wins, 1 loss, 17 of those wins by way of knockout versus Virgil Ortiz Jr. 20 wins, no losses, 20 of those wins by way of knockout. Perfect knockout ratio. We know TSZYU recently just fought, and it was a bloody bloodbath against Fundora. And believe it or not, a lot of people were saying, you know, if that gash that he had on top of his head wasn't so bad, TSZYU would have won that fight. Fundora fought a heck of a fight. TSZYU obviously put on a tremendous show, showed his grit, showed the warrior, the Mamba mentality. He showed it all in the ring. True champion. Looking forward to see if that fight is in talks right now to being made. I'm looking forward to see that fight being made because Virgil Ortiz, we know what he can potentially do in the ring, but obviously he has had injuries, especially when he had big fights lined up. So that should be a barn burner fight if it gets made. And then you got Isaac Pitbull Cruz versus Jose Valenzuela, right? The last time, he 13-2, by the way, with 9 KOs. We know Victor Cruz just, Pitbull Cruz recently just destroyed Rolly Romero. And this will be a real fast turnaround for the WBA 140-pound champion, Pitbull Cruz. Jose, man, he came off a 6-round knockout of Chris Colbert after the first time they fought. He suffered that defeat in a decision. But in that rematch, he took care of business. I expect it to be another entertaining fight. I mean, all of these fights that I have mentioned so far, you got fighters that fight that's going to bring action. You know, that us as fans, that's what we love to see. We love to see fights with action, potential blood. You want to see that gladiator type of movie scene in 300 or something like that when you paying your money on pay-per-view, chilling with your friends and family, having a little bit of adult beverages or whatever you indulge in when you're watching boxing matches. You want to see excitement, right? And then you get to the main event. Now, Terrence Bud Crawford said that he want big fights. He want to make history. Stepping up his first fight to 154, he has the potential to do so to become a 4-division champion. Terrence Bud Crawford, 40 wins, 0 losses, 31 of those wins by way of knockout versus ISRAILL MADRIMO, 10 wins, 0 losses, 1 draw, and 7 KOs. Here's the interesting part. Terrence said he wants the big fights. Now, when you look at it's 9 different promoters that got their hands into this fight, right? But you got Theark KALAJDZIC, if I pronounced his name correctly, who has been putting together some cards, man. He has been putting together some real nice cards. His last card was pretty darn sweet. This card is even sweeter, and it had to be some money lined up for Terrence Bud Crawford to take this fight. First fight at 154, Terrence says that he believes that MADRIMO is the best 154-pounder. I beg to differ, but I can say that he has an exciting fighting style, a hard puncher, a slick fighter, but also I see a lot of flaws that Terrence Bud Crawford can take advantage of, like how he did. Now, mind you, Terrence has been on layoff since he fought Errol Spence, which we know how that outcome came out. He dominated Errol Spence in that fight. He was able to counter a lot of Errol Spence. There are going to be a lot of opportunities for Terrence Bud Crawford to counter MADRIMO in this fight. There are going to be opportunities where MADRIMO will hit Terrence Bud Crawford. Terrence said he wants the money. The money has to be there for him to have this fight. MADRIMO is a WBA champ at 154, so Bud is coming for that title so he could become 4-division champ. And then he said he got 2-3 fights before he could become undisputed champion at 154. Somewhere along the lines, I believe, you know, Terrence gets those fights. Errol comes back, get those fights. They both look good along the way. I feel like down the line, that rematch, though a lot of folks say they wouldn't want to see it no more, I beg to differ. Obviously, Errol and Dirk James have part ways due to some financial issues behind the scenes or whatever the case may be. So depending on who will be training Errol Spence, it might be a breath of fresh air for him, and he may become a different fighter, so to speak, to do different things inside the ring. I'm looking forward to August 3rd because of the excitement that all these fights would bring. What are you guys' thoughts and comments on this amazing card headlining Terrence Bud Crawford? Leave your thoughts and comments, man, in the comment section. You know who it is. It's your boy, Sports Guy TV, where we talk sports like religion. And I'm out. Until the next time.